Hi, my name is Vanitha Chandrasekharam. I work as a yoga instructor as well as a drama therapist, which means I use drama and creative arts in the practice of psychotherapy. In this video, I'm covering the topic of journaling. I will be covering three different types of journaling uh, for different reasons. Okay, so the first type of journaling is gratitude journaling. So writing about five things that uh, I am grateful for on that day. And I usually do that in the mornings, right after my meditation practice. I have spoken about this in my previous video under morning routines, which I'll link below. But basically, what it is writing five different things that I'm grateful for that day or the day before. So you do this in the morning or at night as the last thing that you do before going to bed, or if you meditate before going to bed, just before that. So just to kind of put you in a mindset which is in gratitude, as well as making you feel satisfied about how the day went. So the second type of journaling that I want to mention here is about and these the first one the second one is I also suggest to my clients. Okay, is more of taking care of your emotions, especially when it feels as if you are not in a good space emotionally, like you're feeling angry, or you're feeling I shouldn't say good space, but basically it's as disturbing emotions that you're feeling, like whether you're feeling angry or sad or frustrated, and it's staying there, even though if you kind of, as I mentioned in my previous video, like try not to push your emotions away or suppress them, because what happens is when you suppress them, it comes up in situations, in unexpected situations, with unexpected people, and oftentimes you will take it out on the people you care about most and love the most and who you are closest to, and that tend to may not go so well with that relationship. So you want to deal with it as you feel it. So usually, if you just try and feel that whole range of emotions going through you and let it pass, and usually it just kind of you don't think about it so much after that. But sometimes when it persists, and your mind also kind of, the mind, when you think about it, it becomes bigger, the emotions, it just feeds on to each other. You think about it, and then the emotions feel bigger than it is, or that negativity feels bigger than it is. The stories become even more bigger, so it just kind of feeds on each other. So if that is happening, then what you want to do, or if the emotion is just not passing through you, take a piece of paper or take a journal and write whatever you are feeling, however you are feeling, however you want to express yourself. Even if you're cursing the person or situation or whatever it is, just let it all be in writing. Even if you are blaming yourself, go ahead, write it down. I know in the previous video I said, like, I don't blame myself, I don't put myself down. But if you feel that you really need to, then go ahead and do that. I am contradicting myself and I'm aware of it, but listen to this. I What I'm saying is, just let it go and don't ever look at it again. Write it down and don't look at it again. What you can do is write it down, all your emotions, all your frustrations, anger, and your sadness that you may feel about the situation or the person. Write it down, express yourself completely, and as rawly as it comes out, as rawly as the emotions comes out. So you are not how do you say, censoring yourself in any way. All right. So don't censor yourself, just write whatever comes out. And then, so what you're doing there is you're giving a space to let go of all your emotions, you know. And after that, you may tear it up, or you may burn it, or you may just leave it in the journal and don't look at it again. It's not, that's not the purpose of this type of journaling. Okay. However, if you feel that you need to speak to the person who made you angry or made you feel the way you're feeling, or you felt that that person was the reason, then rewrite another letter if you have to. Okay. Because if you say the way in which you've written the first time, that person may not be open to communicating with you. It might be too much. um, you can still say how you feel, but not with that much of force. um, so anyway, so that kind of helps you to have a space for expressing yourself. And it's a safe space. You're creating a safe space for yourself. Okay. Of course, if that, if this is not working, I mean, always, of course, I'm pro going to see a therapist. You know, if you have major issues, please go and see a therapist. The faster you go, the easier, the faster, the situations may get resolved and you feel better. But if there's no way of doing that for whatever reason, then this is one of the better uh, ways of dealing with your emotions. So you need to give it space. Whether if you can't journal, you're not writing, is fine. Just draw is fine. Even if you are taking your phone and you want to record it, if you are not someone who likes writing, then go ahead, record it, and then you don't have to listen to it again. You just delete it. It's you're giving it a space to go to, right? This anger, this sadness, whatever you're feeling, you're trying to get it out of your mind and your body, of your system. Okay. um, so that's the purpose of this type of journaling. And the third one is more of, I think the third one I usually practice myself is, I it's kind of like a to-do list, but not really. I tend to write about, okay, like after, when I'm having my coffee, I usually have do this after I have breakfast, and then I'll sit and write about, like, okay, usually it goes through like the gratitude journaling, and then after I write to myself, almost like, or conversations with God or the universe or my higher self or whatever you want to call it. So I just kind of write, okay, I'm at home now. Then I'm thinking, I'm waiting. So I might say, okay, what do I need to do now? Or you may also say, like, okay, God, what do you want me to do today? Right? What do I need to hear for today? And then let it come through to you. Sit in quietness as much as you can. Try not to have the radio or any distractions on to take your mind away from what you're doing. So, and it's like you don't need to sit intensely, but you just kind of maybe notice nature if you have the window open, and then a thought may come to you, and write that down and follow it through. All right. So that is the three different types of journaling. The third one is also about listening to your intuition. I think it's important to listen to your intuition, because that also kind of, it's like something that tells you what to do, what not to do, okay, and who to see. That thought may come to your mind, so you want to follow those kind of inspirational thoughts and ideas. You want to follow it through as fast as you can. Don't try to procrastinate with that one. So these are my suggestions, ideas of journaling. And as I mentioned earlier, if you don't feel like writing it, you can always record it on your phone, or draw it. So it's really find your way of doing it. Thank you very much for listening or for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.